Deepak Mehta.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the ESL India Premiership 2018 Summer Season Masters League. I am your host, Vagish Gotslebhan, and all of this furore in esports, Indian esports for that point of matter, has been brought to you by the lovely peeps at Omen by HP, HyperX, Intel, and of course, considering I am here, my vivacious co-host and analyst is here, Angie.
Yes.
Can we have the camera on Angie for a second? Yes, yes. Angie. So we are the front of the organization. When I say front, I mean this desk, this tabletop. So we are the front of the organization which is bringing it to you every day without fail. I'm talking about Northern Gaming and ESL India. And I'm totally not at all mentioning conveniently the production people behind it because, well, they're behind camera. Ha ha ha. Take it. All right, now moving on.
Yeah.
We have, as usual, 3 games lined up for you guys today. Clash Royale, Counter-Strike Global Offensive, and some really nice MOBA action when it comes to Dota. Okay.
I love Dota too.
You love what?
I love Dota too. It's amazing.
Everybody who watches the stream or has any knowledge about Dota 2 knows that you love Dota 2. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, couple of announcements. Please take out time and follow Angela at your window on Instagram. This is Angela once again. Can we show Angela? Yes, Angela at your window. There is no window here. There's no window here.
We
It's
are
just
actually on a screen, which is a window technically.
no, but that will also entail that production will have to do more work. They don't do more work. I'm just
Makes
kidding.
sense.
I'm just
Makes
kidding.
sense.
I'm just trying to pull their legs. The lovely
Yeah.
peeps there. So do remember to follow Angela at your window on Instagram. You can follow me on my Twitter ID Papi Manav PAAP_MANAV for some really intense masala, which will hardly come by your way. Moving on, apart from that, don't forget this is the most important stuff. Do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. In case you don't know how to subscribe, you will see a button there in red with subscribe written in white. All you have to do is literally take this hand for reference, okay? Raise it like this, put it on mouse, scroll to the top of the button. It'll be a click sound. That's when it will say subscribed. And then the moment you press that button, it'll say unsubscribe. That's how you subscribe. And while you're at it, let's add some more intensity to this thing. Right hand side. Just move the cursor from the subscribe button to the right hand side. You will see a bell icon button. Press that. Because the moment you press that, what will happen is you, sir or madam, as the case may be, will never ever be able to miss a single stream coming from us. And that, ladies and gentlemen, was my announcement. Oh my God, I just wanted to say that never ever. I've been waiting for this. I've been waiting for this divine intervention. All right, Clash Royale today, ladies and gentlemen. We have 2 amazing players lined up for you guys, Kamil and Deepak Mehu Mehta. In fact, let's quickly start off with the introductions first, Angie. I think that should be in order, right?
Definitely.
So let's start off with Kamil.
I think so.
All right, that's Kamil for you guys. For those on chat who are wondering who is this new chap, I'm not a new chap. I'm your old regular Sasta Virat Kohli. No more Virat Kohli. Now Godslayer. Okay then. I think that escalated way too quickly. Angie, please, Kamil.
Okay, so Kamil, he is from Bombay. He likes to play the bandit card quite a bit. He's sitting 7th on the board as of now. Played about 4 games, won 3, lost 1, which is pretty good for him. And he also likes to play the giant, the P.E.K.K.A. He likes to play one big card surrounded by a lot of tiny tots around him, like the goblins, the smiley face, the one elixir cards, and so on and so forth. Today, he's got a very interesting matchup, though. He's playing against somebody he's never really played against before. That also brings a doubt in my mind to know whether Kamil will be able to take up this opponent. He's going to either go with his favorite deck, or is he going to go with the complete versatile outcome?
Or maybe his favorite card gets banned out. You never know.
I mean, talking about the favorite card being banned out, both these players have the same favorite card. So either they both...
Look at you being overjoyed.
Yeah,
dude.
I
Oh
love
my
it when 2
God.
people have the same favorite card, because then it comes down to, are they going to take that chance of really banning out the favorite card or no? And if they choose...
Can you ban like the same card?
I think you can, because it's a blind ban. So it.
So what if they actually end up
it could.
banning the
I
same
don't know. It's a possibility, and that's the funniest part about this game. That if they both decide to ban out the bandit card, great, but then you're wasting a whole ban. So since it's a blind ban, I'm excited to see how this game is going to go. Mostly, I'm hoping to see the Giant getting a ban. Yeah, by one of the players.
Interesting,
Yeah.
interesting band. The Giants are dangerous. Ask me. I've lost 3 games before I began this stream to Giants. I hate them. And also, of course, let's move on to the next player with all due seriousness. I'm talking about Deepak Mehu Mehta. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's Deepak Mehu Mehta there for you.
Yeah.
Angie, please elucidate, throw some
So
light.
Deepak Mehta, he is a player from Chennai. As of now, he's sitting at a very troublesome spot. He's sitting 12th on the board. He's not really been able to secure a single victory for himself. 0-7 for him on the scorecard. That means he has about only 3 more games to play. And even if he wins all the 3 games, he is still in a very disastrous position to be at, because he will be mostly relegated to the Challenger League.
Interesting,
Yeah.
interesting. In fact, since you mentioned the relegation, let's bring up the standings first. I want to see the standings. Let's bring it to the viewers. There. All right. Sudhikshan beats Joshi, as we can see very clearly up top there, 24 points. In fact, it's very interesting to see that Arpan Krishna has played 1 game extra. He's lost that 1 extra game. Both of them sit on the same points. Sudhikshan gets an upper hand because of that, because he's 1 game shy there. Prashant P.P. Pandey has played 8 games, 2 games shy, 2 losses. He's predominantly rowing the same boat as Arpan Krishna. Interesting to note the cushy spots. I like to call them the cushy spots because those spots are no danger, no loss, no win situation.
Yeah.
So it's an okay place to be. I'm talking about the 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th spot. These 5 how would I say, ranks there. Sushil Abhisha, Mukul 8-bit Anchal, the winter season finale champion, Saif Patel, Shadab Kamil Khan, the guy who's playing today, is in the 7th spot there, and the 8th spot. Surprising, not expected, but still safe enough. Amrin Lakar there. These 5 players are safe. When I say safe, Sushil Abhisha gets invited to the land finale because he's 4th. So I'm talking about these 4 effectively. 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th position is pretty much safe there. The problem begins now. Jimit Bhatt, Tahir Devilstrin Sharif, Manmohan Mehtab Singh, Deepak Mehu Mehta. I have zero and zilch idea what is wrong with Tahir Devilstrin Sharif. I've never seen him this down under.
Yeah.
But again, can't question it. It's the Masters League. Everybody is out for everybody's blood.
And also,
Not literally, but
I mean, it's just, I'm not like supporting him that much, but I would also say that he has just recently taken up a job. So he's kind of not been able to balance gaming and his work, obviously. So
interesting.
that is what is caused. I mean, when you have personal priorities that have the upper hand, you kind of, lose track of what
It's not a
really is
personal,
happening.
it's a professional priority. I totally
That's true, that's true.
support that. I totally support that. Tahir, professional priority.
And I mean, it's commendable that he is in the Masters League even after he's balancing so many things for himself.
Guess what? We also have a professional responsibility, but
Exactly.
here we are bringing you Masters League of the ESL Premiership every day because esports, ladies and gentlemen. Now, apart from that minor silly joke, what do you think? What do you think this match is going to be like? In fact, while we're at it, let's bring up the band cards now. Okay, we got the stats first. Let's
Wow,
start
they
with
both
the stats.
4,000 trophies. Their highest reach has been, actually, Deepak has a better highest trophy rating, is 5,077. Meanwhile, we have Kamil, who's at 4,605. I'm not wrong. They both like the bandit card, as we already
Kamil's
saw.
played pretty less games in
Compared
comparison
to
to
Deepak,
Mehu D,
yes.
who's secured around 1,400 3-round victories. He's played 11,500 games, literally. This man is at it. Is he in college?
I am not sure about that.
Is the I will get this clarified from production if Deepak Mehu Mehta is still in college or not, because if he is, that number is getting explained, and also the amount of KTs which his parents will have to, which he will have to answer to his parents later. But
Look
of
at the
course,
band
moving on,
cards, wow.
cards.
So
Elite
we-
Barbarian and Goblin Barrel.
A very nice band coming in from Deepak Mehta. I mean,
Oh, I hate that.
the Goblin Barrel
Oh, I
is the
hate
most
it.
terrifying
Disgusting.
card apart from the Minor. I mean, they both are very interesting. But Kamil banning out the Bobs, I'm pretty surprised about that one. I was hoping that he would ban out something like the Giant, but I guess he
Yeah.
wants to play it. Talk about what these players like to play in general. Previously, we saw Mehu playing the Expo quite a bit. He likes to play the card. He also likes to play the Hog Rider. Minor also fitting into his gameplay. He likes to play the Balloon and the Lava, as a matter of fact. So there are a lot of versatile picks that both these players can get into. They don't have any card that kind of really don't contradict each other. Like whether you talk about the giant, we talk about the P.E.K.K.A, we talk about the golem, they don't really have anything to do with Mehu's deck, except for the bandit card, which seems to be both their favorites. There's nothing else these two players have in common. So the gameplay is going to be completely new. I feel it's going to be very versatile. I'm hoping Kamil would take this game for himself. At the same time, a little worried about Mehu, because if he even now loses another game after this, he's going to have a lot of trouble coming his way. Yeah.
Alrighty then, well, that sums up today's game altogether. Ladies and gentlemen, we are all set and revved up. I hope the casters revved up. I hope the players are revved up because this game is about to go down like the 4th of July. And since I mentioned the caster, ladies and gentlemen, I will take this minute and a half. I'm in a very solidly awesome mood when it comes to esports today. So let me take this opportunity to introduce to you guys this magnificent gentle giant, Gotham Workaholic Work, who's going to be casting this game for you. His love for Clash Royale is unparalleled. So ladies and gentlemen, let's take you to the best of 5 of Clash Royale.
Thank you so much, Vakish and Angela, for giving a great analysis of this game between Mehudi and Kamil. We'll have an interesting best of 5 between these two guys, and quite an interesting ban coming out right off the bat here. We saw Elite Barbarians getting banned. We've not been seeing Elite Barbs coming out in this whole Masters League in general. And to see a ban coming out for Elite Barbarian just makes you wonder, is this guy up with the meta right now, or is he lost in some other meta altogether? So I'm going to be quite interested in seeing what's going to be happening in this match of best of 5 between these two great master players. So we've been seeing this deck a lot. We've seen the chip deck that Kamil is running with a lot of bridge spam also. These decks have been doing very well. So low elixir, you have the Ram and the Dark Prince with a great defense of an Inferno Dragon also. And Mehudi might just have the right card for tanking the Inferno Dragon or getting killed by the Inferno Dragon. He has what we see is the Bowler. Bowler is a card that we've not seen a lot in the Masters League. I think this is the first time where Bowler has been selected to play in the Master League. But it'll be quite interesting to see how Mehudi decides to get this done. He has a miner that he's been consistently throwing out, getting damage done, chip damage done to the tower. And here comes the poison. All the units are taking a lot of damage from it. However, the bandit will cross. Will the bandit connect? No, it won't. Nice distraction there for the bandit. The Ram does go and make a connection with the tower, bringing it down to 1200 health. Kamil looking fairly strong, able to get few of his units across. Mehudi, of course, kind of stuck with only getting his miner across for some chip damage along with some poison. So poison miner poison chip actually. That sounds much better than poison miner. So interesting things going on so far. Again, Mehudi has disconnected, it seems. So I think this is game over for him. This is a complete disconnection of this match. I believe, will these guys choose to rematch this? Or because it's been very clear that someone is having some kind of phone trouble. You saw Mehudi actually completely not responding to the big push coming towards his tower. This is going to be a 3-crown victory coming out for Kamil. Good easy victory. It seemed like he had the game a little bit more under control than his opponent. However, the opponent, I believe, completely disconnected. Mehudi completely disconnected from the match, and by the time he reloaded, it was just a little too late. However, a game on is a game on. 1-0 in favor of Kamil there. It's still a best of 5, so I'm pretty sure Mehudi, even though he doesn't look so happy right now in the image, he looks a little pissed off. I think he can make a comeback because he still has plenty of games remaining. Now, if we quickly jump into the next game of Clash Royale, we will get to understand how things are moving along differently. Mehudi now does have the right kind of card available for him. He has, oh wow, he has 2 spawner buildings actually. He has the Goblin hut and he has the Barbarian hut also. So that's going to be quite interesting. Kamil has a couple of bridge spam. I think he's using the same deck as the last game. I believe there was no fireball in the last game. I'm not too sure. I don't remember. However, the cards are pretty similar. He's fairly confident. This is one of those decks that I have been practicing on a lot lately. However, I do feel building cards really do put a mess of things because every card in your deck is pretty much distracted by a building. However, Mehu, the not able to control this big push, and especially the commitment of, he's put down the 7 elixir Barbarian Hut in the back. That commitment alone, I think, cost him that push. He was not expecting such a big push coming towards him. And dropping that Barbarian Hut behind that just made it all worse because he had no elixir to defend. Nice distraction there by the Ice Golem, by the way. So hats off to him. Not taking any hits from the Bandit. The Princess Towers were fairly confident going into that matchup there. So Mehudi now needs to figure out how he is going to be defending against this Ram and the Dark Prince. Ram actually doesn't connect, doesn't even get distracted, by the way, so it completely skipped the building on the right, but that's not a worry for him because the Knight came in and took that out and even charged at the building. This is just sad news for Mehudi. He's completely lost control of this game. And guess what? His units are not getting proper connects in at all. Kamil now does not have much elixir left. Will need to figure out. Actually, doesn't need to figure out anything. He defended that pretty well. Bandit getting another hit in. 15 health left on the on the tower, and 50 seconds left on the game. Kamil now just has a simple job of defending. He just needs to keep defending and defending and defending and defending. But double elixir time has kicked in, and Mehudi has dropped down a couple of buildings there, and you can see he's spawning a lot of units. So Mehudi now decides to bomb away at the Goblin Hut, which alongside destroyed a couple of more units as well. I think Mehudi has quite a challenge at his hand, and finally the big card gets revealed. It is the X-Bow. Does he have enough time? Will we see him coming out ahead? We will find out in 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7. Okay, he's not coming out ahead. It's okay. Game is over. And Kamil is going to take game 2 of this best of 5 in his favor. Mehudi not able to come out on top. And keep in mind, Kamil did not change a single card in his deck. And Mehudi had realized what his opponents had, but however, not able to capitalize on that information at all. Mehudi losing game 2 of this best of 5, and we will soon find out what's going to happen in the rest of the games. But I would like to take some time out of this chat that I'm having with you to introduce the sponsors. We have Omen by HP, HyperX, Intel, and the tournament is organized by Nordwind Gaming and ESL India. So thanks Nordwind Gaming for letting us cast this game every single day of the week for the entertainment for our lovely esports audience of India. And why don't we move into the next game and see what that has in store for us. This is going to be game 3 of this best of 5. We have 2 more games remaining after this, unless Kamil kind of 3-0s his opponent. Mehudi not looking so strong at the moment. Let's see if he can make a comeback. Wow, can you believe it? Kamil is still using the same deck. He's decided to use the same deck throughout, and Mehudi now realizes what he's facing. He's kind of given. I would just leave the game right about now, because he realizes that his expensive cards are going to have a lot of problem going through this bridge spam deck that Kamil is using. I have never seen this before, that someone is using the same deck 3 games in a row. By the way, this reminds me of Hasib from like the first year of the Premiership, where he kept using the golem every single game. But this itself is it's quite interesting, man. Kamil just opting for, he's like, you know what, I'll win with this deck no matter what. And just between the secret between us all, I am using the same deck at the moment, and I approve and thumbs up this deck right away. It's a great deck. It's a nice deck to have. But I don't see any reason why Mehudi is going to be closing this game anytime soon. Maybe a double elixir if he drops down the Lava Hound in the back. Maybe if he gets a great connect with the Goblin Barrel. and a bunch of other maybes. Maybe he gets his minion horde also behind them unaffected, or maybe the fireball or zap is out of rotation. Here comes the big push, and guess what? He doesn't have an answer for that, and his answer for that is a push in the opposite direction. There's a lot of minions, and he missed the zap also. However, he lost the main tower. Is he gonna lose the final tower also? The Inferno Dragon has connected. This is good game, guys. 3-0, quick 3-0 victory for Kamil here. This is a GG of this best of 5, boys, because 3-0 means best of 5 won by Kamil. Again, I would like to congratulate Kamil for coming out ahead in this match. Mehudi has not been up to the game this season. He's sitting at the bottom of the Premiership, and he is most likely, and again I'm saying most likely, he is going to be relegated out of the Premiership Master League, and he's going to move down to the Challenger League, where he will face other opponents, the other challengers who are trying to get into the Masters League at the moment. So best of luck to both the players moving forward, and let's move on back to the studio, where we have Angela and Vagish with their magnetic personalities. Goodbye.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the studio segment of the ESL India Premiership 2018 Summer Season Masters League. And what we just witnessed was a wipeout. Not a pun on the team, wipeout, but
Yeah.
I'm just saying wipeout.
Well,
Like, I mean, 3-crown victory in the first game itself.
yeah, that was pretty interesting by Kamil. What I liked about him the most is he never really changed his deck in all the 3 games. He was very constant with that push. And now that that is one thing that confused Mehu in all the 3 games, that hey, is he going to get that Dark Prince out of his deck or no? Because even in the 3rd game we saw that he had the Goblin Barrel, he had the Goblin Hut, he had the bats, he had the minions, but they couldn't really turn into anything because the Dark Prince was just going through everything and he was just hitting the tower. The Battle Ram, of course, being one of his main cards of action for Kamil, doing that first damage hit that need be, and then the Dark Prince is making sure whether it be a Goblin Hut, whether it be a Barbarian Hut, whether it be anything, the Dark Prince is kind of a very treacherous card to play. And I'm sure that Mehudi in next game is going to ban out the Dark Prince against any opponent he plays, because it kind of went through all his 3 decks. And at the end of the day, if you have one card that kind of is going to destroy all your cards, it's very risky. Now, it's not like Kamil played the same deck over and over again because he doesn't really know how to play other cards. No, I think that is his favorite deck. He likes to play, he's very confident on this deck. He does like to play also the Golem. We have previously seen him play a variety of decks. But in this particular matchup, I think more than Mehu studying Kamil, Kamil has studied Mehudi's deck and has realized a complete combination that he could use against a player who's more experienced when it comes to more games played, but also lacks the experience of understanding that if you play with your most confident deck, you're going to make sure that your aggressive and defensive cards are very, very strong. And for Kamil, those cards would be the Inferno Dragon, would be the Dark Prince, and the Ice Golem. And once you get that combination in your head, that no matter what comes towards you, I have a combination to kind of take you down. Even if it's something like the Bats of the Minion Horde, you have a Fireball to take care of that. So he kind of made sure that his deck was very balanced, and that is why Mehu kind of found it so difficult to really even reach his tower. Unless Kamil actually wanted him to reach his tower, which we saw in the 3rd game, where he was like, you know what, take down my tower, I'll take down your King Throne. And Kamil is he's playing phenomenally well. I mean, as of now, he sits 7th on the board, but he's just secured his 4th victory, which means that very soon he could even climb higher and higher, and maybe reach the ranks of making it to the land finale.
Let's see how that turns out. But ladies and gentlemen, this brings us to the end of the Clash Royale game. We'll take a quick commercial break. On the other side, we have Counter-Strike Global Offensive lined up. Invictus is going to be playing. More details on the other side. But for now, this is all we have from this game. Remember, owned by HP, HyperX and Intel, the people bringing this amazing tournament to you, which is called the ESL India Premiership 2018.